We welcome him into the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper. Brett Elmore alongside Woody Wilson for WJLX Sports. And Woody, the heat is here, and football season is here as well.
Good to be back with you, man. It's here. We're ready.
We're ready to go, and of course, the Vikings did not play last week. They had a big jamboree game against the Corner. You got a chance to go out there, and your thoughts about the game?
14-12 halftime. A couple of Mackay Pleasure runs got us on top. Never let them get ahead beyond that point. 2s and 3s outplayed them in the second half. Brett, we got some good young football players coming up.
The coach will be joining us here in just a few minutes. Want to remind you, we're at the Pie Factory every Thursday night for the show. Of course, the first half hour is normally dedicated to the county schools. We'll have a different county coach on tonight. At 6:30 is normally the Coach Reeves show. But the coach is, no, you're not late. We're just getting started. Come on in, Coach. No, we're just getting started. Come on in.
Hey, it's your platform, man.
This is your
You're
show.
the coach. You call the plays. You call the plays, man.
No, we don't. Like I mentioned, this is a special week. Normally at 6 o'clock we have a different county school on, and then Coach Reeves comes on at 6:30.
Perfect, man.
We got a little started a little early. Let's go ahead and give Coach the mic. And Coach, first of all, welcome you to Jasper and your first show. And
thank you so much. I'm glad to be here. Really glad to be here.
Coach, you've got so much experience coming in as a defensive coordinator, and of course Royals finalist, and your credentials are very good. For the folks that just haven't met you yet, what led you to Jasper?
At first it was Johnson Jordan.
Yeah.
I know what a phenomenal job that Jonathan does, and how he's all about the kids, athletes and non-athletes. He's just a great guy. So, in speaking with him, I knew it would probably be a good opportunity. Moving on, I was really excited about the interview, but then I get here and, Dr. Ann Jackson is a superstar. And then Miss Gail Crump in that interview, and Jonathan Allen. I was just overwhelmed by the energy and the passion that they had for the city of Jasper and all of our young people here, and that was something I really wanted to be a part of.
Well, you're here, and you got to go through the motions with spring, and of course now into the fall, and the season is upon us. But your initial thoughts about the team and the talent that you have?
Yeah, I think we have a good amount of talent. Some of our guys are a little young, a little inexperienced right now. My initial thought is we just need to keep getting better every day. There's a process that we're going through as a staff, and with this team, in order to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish. I know it's a process. I tell these guys every day, and I'm probably the most impatient one of any of them, and I know I've been through it several times, and they have to keep reminding me. They do a great job reminding me to stay the course, but I'm excited about our guys, and we just set the goal every day. Let's do it better than it's ever been done, and that's in school, that's on the field, that's at home. That's just being good stewards in the community, and as long as we keep chasing that goal, and everything else falls in place.
Coach Brett mentioned you're a defensive guy. Let's talk about the team, and probably the biggest depletion in our team this year was our second level of defense linebackers. We graduated. We had 3 seniors. We had a transfer to Cordova. How about that? Those guys in that crew, are they coming around?
Yeah, Coach Butler does a great job getting those guys ready every day. Coach Walls actually assists him over there, and they do a great job at getting them ready. They're adjusting to me, and I'm a little hard to get along with. My wife is in there somewhere. She'll tell you the exact same thing. She's over there, yeah.
Good distance.
Yeah, she'll tell you that I'm hard to get along with. These guys will tell you that those guys are they're doing a really nice job at adjusting to what we're looking for. I mean, it's the same defense, but different.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's some principles we were able to carry over. You know, defense is just defense. You know, I mean, it's just
Blocking and tackling.
and being physical and being nasty and knowing what to do and doing it really fast. And so, you know, I think they're coming right along. I mean, you know, every day they get better. You know, they're in the process too, and every day they just keep taking a step forward, and that's all we can ask those guys to do.
Yes, sir. That is correct. So, well, Coach, we're going to talk about your coaching staff now. Notice you hired a guy from Gordo, which is a great program. It's your offensive coordinator. But talk about the changes, who stayed and who's on board.
Yeah, you know, I really don't want to get a lot into
Sure.
who left. You know, that's their business to put out the way they want to and all that kind of stuff. But you know, and I'm going to do this around the office. Because I'll forget somebody if I don't just march around the office, and it won't be on purpose because all these guys are great ball coaches and doing a fantastic job. But you know, Coach Wall, he helps with our running backs, or coaches our running backs, I should say, helps with linebackers. You know, a lot of the Jasper faithful will remember Josh quarterbacking the team years ago and all the great things that he did. And, boy, he's been a wonderful addition to our staff. Calvin Roy is the guy that's kind of been waiting in the wings, helping with the offensive line, working with our junior high in the last few years, but has a lot of good varsity experience in the state championship and doing a great job. Sage Harden, you know, another former Jasper guy. You know, I just couldn't get enough guys to bring back that are already a part of this. You know, the black and gold already means so much to those guys, and you can see it in how they coach. And Sage is working with our secondary, you know, and just pops in on offense. Does a good job. Coach Carr here, beside me, works with our D-line, doing a really good job. Talented guys up there, and you know, he's working really hard on getting them to play at the highest level they can play at. Matt also helps with our offensive line. Of course, Kyle Butler is still the defense coordinator. I think Kyle does a great job at tying it all together, working with the linebackers. Kind of a fill-in guy everywhere else on offense, anywhere coach might need him. Charlie Travis also works with the secondary, more focused on the safeties. For Sage is more on the corners. You know, Charlie is a guy that stayed on from last year's staff. You know, we're really glad he did. And then our offense coordinator, Bo Chapman, like y'all said, from Gordo. I had a vision in my mind of who I wanted to be on offense and why I wanted to be that. And he's a really sharp, young, energetic coach and brought all those things to the table. So, you know, all these guys, man, they're great X and O guys, great guys on the grass, but they're even better men, you know, and they're better men that you know, somebody's gonna ask me how many guys we got on team. Not enough, because I want them to come be around all these coaches, man. They're such good mentors of young men and showing them the right way and how it's supposed to be done. We couldn't be more fortunate at Jasper to have a coaching staff that we have.
Coach, I was going to add, Josh is an even better person than he is a coach. He used to be my neighbor. Over in West Jasper, and he's a good guy.
Okay. Yeah. Well, and I want to give a shout out too real quick to Tyler Rocha, another Jasper guy that is a volunteer guy that helps us in the weight room and does stuff. You know that not all of us want to do. You know, and so he's definitely there as a coach and a very important part of our staff as well.
Joe Gordon's in that category too.
Let me tell you, Joe Gordon, from the day I walked in, I knew Joe was an absolute superstar. all.
Have you ever met a guy like Joe?
And
You got a building named after him.
I know, right? And you know, he's got staff down there working with him, and those guys, let me tell you, they are relentless in the work that they do for not just the players, but for the coaching staff and Jasper High School just in general. If the school would be a different place, it wouldn't function the same, you know, if Joe wasn't there and Steph wasn't there helping to get stuff done every day.
Let's talk to Josh real quick. He, of course, like you mentioned, when he played for the Vikings, the Walker Vikings at the time, and he posted something on Facebook earlier about Coleman Week. And what do you remember that, the Coleman game, and Josh threw the touchdown pass at the very end for us to win the thing. And you're familiar with the rivalry. Have you kind of relayed to the team and so about how deep and passionate this rivalry is?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I touched on it this week. Coming into this week, it runs deep. You know, every year we want to beat Cole. You know, that's that other team up the road. I feel like we're the black and gold around here, and we want to definitely make sure that we let them know who we are. And again, I mean, I feel like we're the better team. I feel like we're going to come in there and play our good side, and do what we got to do.
It's Coach on as well. What's it like working with Coach Reeves?
You better be careful.
Yeah, he's sitting right here.
Got earned some brownie points.
Well, first off, thanks for keeping me on the staff. Second off, it's awesome working with a guy who has Division I experience coaching the position group that I coach right now. And he's forgotten more about football than I know. And
I've forgotten a bunch, not more than he knows, but I forget a bunch. So.
And if I ever have a question, he's been a great mentor to me.
Sure.
And I'm a better coach because we've made this hire and brought him to that last week for sure.
Absolutely. Coach, we're going to get into the Coleman game here in just a few minutes. We're going to step aside real quick. We're going to take a break. We'll take about a 2-minute break, Sebastian Wagner Studios. We'll be back with more of Coach David Reeves' show live at the Pie Factory in historic downtown Jasper in just a moment.
Down for the Vikings. Line of scrimmage around midfield. Thursday night. For each and every Thursday night. And Coach, we left
one coach out.
Listen, I'll tell you, he's got the corner office, comes in, just does his job, and he is the legend that needs no introduction. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
Tyrone Prothrow, and I tell you, the worst part about that is I've known Tyrone just as long as I've known JJ,
right,
from my time at Alabama. And so, but boy, I tell you, Tyrone, what an asset he has been to me. Just an insight to the kids, an insight just to Jasper. Man, we're lucky to have him at Jasper. We're lucky to have him at Jasper High School. He's an absolute inspiration to the kids, and it comes from a guy that's been there and done it at the absolute highest level you could do it at, and so, boy, but I'll tell you, he's so good. He's so good with our young people, holding them to a high standard and holding them to, making them accountable on a daily basis. So, yeah, can't forget Pro for sure.
Coach, briefly, let's just talk about the Jamboree game against Corner, and you tussled a little bit, play a game or Jamboree, and then you finally decided let's have a little dress rehearsal and see what we look like. And what were your thoughts on the Corner game briefly?
I thought we came out a little tight. One of the reasons that I wanted to do it is so we could hopefully get that out of the way and really just come out and turn it loose the first time it counted. But it was exactly what we wanted to see. We felt really good about our conditioning after the game. We thought it going in. We thought we were in good shape. But once we got wind of it, the guys played hard. It was some great experience for our young guys to get out there and put on the black and gold and get out there and compete in front of a bunch of people. Corner's got a good football team, a very senior laden. I think they've got 21 seniors, and so they welcome some of the young guys to the party, early on, and a couple of guys getting thrown out of the bar and stuff early on, and then we kind of figured it out and played right into it. So, but it accomplished everything that we wanted to accomplish. I mean, it wasn't just for the players, it was as much for us as a coaching staff. Coach Pro and Josh and the signals. Our defensive communication, special teams, getting them on and off the field, even though they weren't live. It was a great opportunity to, get kids up in a huddle and stuff. And there were some really exciting things. I mean, I thought offensively we caught our rhythm and hit some good balls and made some really good runs. Defensively had a nice goal line stand, And with all that being said, we also came back and looked at tape and saw on offense how many plays we actually left out there. And then saw on defense how we're going to have to, trust. Hey, that guy's got this. I've got to do my job. And so all of those things came in. The biggest thing to me was I thought we got a little bit better, and we came out of it injury-free. So that was really the big thing.
Coach, Mackay is Mackay, but we got some guys coming up behind him that can tote the mail, man.
Yeah, I mean that's this guy over here coaching them up, man. He's getting them ready to go. Mackay is Mackay, but we're fortunate right now to have several guys beneath that we think are going to have a chance to contribute this year and spell Mackay, so it just doesn't have to be the absolute workhorse every single down of the game. I tell you, it's hard on him. He runs so hard, and he runs with such a physical demeanor that we're going to have somebody to rest him a little bit, to spell him here, to spell him there, and we do have several guys ready